FIM Business School in 2020 celebrated its silver jubilee. It started in 1995. It was founded by the founder of Dalal Street Investment Journal, Sri V.V. Parode. The intention was to integrate the Indian management education with that of the international institutions and to also focus on the financial markets. That's how it started in 1995. By 2003, we shifted to our new campus in Electronic City in Bangalore. And 2012, we started our journey of AACSB accreditation. 2018, we became the sixth school in India to be accredited by AACSB. Today, we only have around 14 schools accredited all over India till date. And 2020, we made our debut in the QS World University Rankings with two of our programs, Masters in Marketing and Masters in Finance, that is PGDM Marketing and PGDM Finance, making it to the 101 plus and 51 plus band globally. So we are now one of the few institutions in India with an international profile with both international rankings and international accreditation like AACSB. AACSB is the most respected accreditation globally. And as I said, there are only 14 institutions today in India which are AACSB accredited. What happens is that the degree is internationally accepted, which also facilitates credit transfer across institutions globally, number one. Number two, also the advantage of global career opportunities for our graduates. Those two are very important factors which AACSB accreditation helps. Today, we have dual degree programs with top universities like State University of New York, like Rain Business School, like ESCP Europe, or Sydney Business School in Australia. So these dual degree options are facilitated by the AACSB accreditation. I think that's the key. The institution achieved its AACSB accreditation in 2018, and 2020 we made our debut into the global rankings, the QS World University Rankings. Now what next? Our ambition is to become a global business school from India, and we thought of two things. Our then chairman, Sri Sanjay Parode, who himself is a professional, being first generation entrepreneur and also a graduate of BITS Pilani, he thought that the institute needs to be mentored by somebody who has got a global vision. That is number one. And number two, we need to professionalize and institutionalize. Those are the few things that were there in his mind. And we deliberated and we thought that we should have a globally acclaimed scholar from India to mentor us and lead us. And that's how, Professor Jagdish Sheth, who is a Padma Bhushan and is one of the most respected academic from India in the global arena, to chair our board. So today, Professor Jagdish Sheth is the chairman, and we also took the opportunity to honor him by renaming the school as Jagdish Sheth School of Management, which is first of its kind probably in India, where we honor an academic and rename the school. As you know that today Indian education is getting liberalized with the new education policy. And it appears that we are at the right place at the right time, because we thought of having a university which combines liberal education with professional education. And that gave the birth to Vijay Bhumi University, which is India's first liberal professional university, which is located at Karjat near Mumbai. And today, Jagdish Sheth School of Management operates out of two campuses, namely Bangalore and at Karzat at Greater Mumbai. And that has two advantages. A, we are having access both to the entrepreneurial ecosystem, the startup capital, which is Bangalore, and also the commercial capital of Mumbai. The important factor here is that we thought of programs which can be, which actually addresses the needs of our future generation, and hence we do have our 2-year PGDM programs with, with specializations in marketing, which is PGDM marketing, specialization in finance, which is PGDM finance, specialization in analytics, which is PGDM analytics, and of course the general management program, which is 2-year PGDM general. At Vijayabhumi University, we will be offering our MBA program from the university, which is one of its kind program, which is a combination of liberal education, taking advantage of the other schools like music, design, law, humanities, etc., and combining it with the professional education. This is going to be one of the first of its kind liberal professional MBA program in India. From the Karzat campus, we will be also offering the BBA program, which will also be a very different program in the sense that the sophomore years or the initial years, the students will have the option of taking courses across disciplines like music, law, design, arts and humanities, and also data sciences, not just business. Idea is to groom holistic professionals with a broad angle, with a wide vision, rather than just narrow focused professionals. I think that's the way the new education policy also envisions the education, the way it is going to span out in the future. And both our MBA and the BBA program at Vijayabhumi University of JAGSOM is completely in sync with what has been proposed. Kind of person that we look for is somebody who believes in oneself, who believes that one can make a change. We look at the person and not the score. So there is a very interesting selection process. There is an innovation potential test where there is which is a written submission in terms of their innovation potential. Then the aspirants actually work in groups to submit a group exercise where we assess how they work in a team. And then there are 2 rounds of interview. The first round, and this is the unique aspect of JAGSOM, which we started from this year, is an interview with a shoulder batch, which means the senior batch students actually interview the incoming junior batch students. And then the second round of interview, there are 3 panelists, 1 alumni, 1 industry executive, mostly from our recruiting partners, and 1 faculty member. So this is the selection process. We give more emphasis on the person than the score. But as far as our PGDM is concerned, our cutoff generally is around 70 percentile. As we said that we look at the person and not the score. Okay, ours is a selection process and not a rejection process. So our, as far as academic diversity is concerned, it is pretty evenly distributed. So we have only, unlike other schools, the percentage of engineers in our institution is around 30%. And then there are commerce, BBA, also, people from backgrounds like fashion, hotel management, and humanities and arts. So we have got a diverse group, and it's a very eclectic mix of students which constitutes the batch. We completed the placement of the graduating class of 2021 by December 2020. The average salary of our graduating class is 10.21 lakhs per annum. The highest salary is 16 lakhs per annum. And the average salary in specializations like analytics is 10.79, and the same is true for also specialization in marketing. The companies mostly who recruited from us are the new age companies and also the ITS companies. So we have companies like Namli, we have got companies like Arcesium, TCS, KPMG, Motherson Sumi, then BNY Mellon, Oracle, Grant Thornton, Metric Stream, etc., who are regular recruiters. Mostly these are recruiters which are new age companies and offering new age roles. I think that's where our focus is, and that's where our graduates are getting placed, and that's the kind of recruiters we get in our campus. We have excellent residential facilities. So there are two options for our students or participants, which is single room or double room. The choice is left to the students. That is one, because one must understand that we are a very diverse campus. As you said, Bangalore and Mumbai are both cosmopolitan cities. Our if you look at our batch, only 10% of the batch are in state, and 90% of the batch is out of state. And also we have got 45.82, which is almost 46% women in our batch, which is a very high percentage of women in our batch. And hence it is very important to have the right kind of hostel facilities. Our hostel facilities also have good playgrounds, gyms, and sporting facilities. In Bangalore, we have got gym and the sporting facilities like football, cricket, badminton, skating, etc. As far as Karzat is concerned, it has got amazing facilities within the campus. It has got a swimming pool. It has got badminton, tennis, basketball, squash, gym, table tennis, hockey, football, cricket, and even a shooting range. And also there is facilities for mountaineering. So I think it is about how do you create a facility where there is peer learning and you also learn from the environment. I think the most important learning comes from the surrounding environment, which is to live with the nature. I think that is also a very important aspect of our learning. And I think that's what makes the residential facilities of our campuses very, very special and very, very distinct. We have got a bespoke curriculum, which means that one can actually curate one's own curriculum. But the way our curriculum is designed is to groom T-shaped professionals, which are mainly for these new age roles in new age industries. Now, the way it happens is that it starts with a foundation program where you want, as a student, one has to take courses which make everyone aligned on the same platform, like economics, accounting, quantitative methods, etc. Then the core courses of management kicks off. Which are the core courses means areas like marketing, finance, operations, HR, digital business, and of course, being in India and in Bangalore, we have courses in the area of service productivity, quality, etc. Now, these are all the core courses, including the strategy courses. Now, this happens over the initial period of the curriculum, which is the first 2 terms. At the beginning, moment the foundation courses gets over, our students are exposed to an outbound leadership lab, where they're exposed to psychometric testing and also to function in a team, as to how can they work in a team. That exposure is also given to them, and then they create their own individual development plan, or what we call the IDP, based on which they will make their journey during the course of the 2 years. So as they start off, we also have industry mentors who actually mentor the students in understanding what their strengths are, how they should work on their strengths, how should they choose the courses, their majors and their minors. That's how the students are mentored during the initial period. Post the 2 terms, they can start off with their elective courses to decide on the majors and the minors. And we have, electives in various areas like marketing, finance, digital business, analytics, HR, these are the areas in which students can take their majors and minors, and also a very strong area on entrepreneurship. But more importantly, as they enter the term 3, they start understanding based on the desired roles and the kind of companies they would like to work on. They work on a research incubation program where they start studying companies and studying sectors. The important differentiating element of our program is what is a super specialization. So we just not have a marketing specialization or finance specialization, but areas like MarTech, FinTech, sales and service, digital HR, big data and blockchain. So then a marketing guy might take a super specialization in MarTech, and then they work with a company problem, which is part of the super specialization requirement, what we call a company supported assignment, and they work on a problem with the company as part of the super specialization, which happens in the term 5. At the end of the program, unlike other institutions, they go for their industry internship program, which is a long duration industry internship for 4.5 months. Now, this pipeline of research incubation, working with company problems during the super specialization and the IIP creates a very engagement driven approach towards creating the career opportunities of our participants. I think that is the clear differentiator for JAXOM, where the placement is engagement driven, where the students on a long term engages with a company, and that may be one of the key factors why we could place our batch even during the COVID times.